Butker kickoff. So, snap this season, now on injured reserve. Nix retreats, looks downfield, has some time, checks it down underneath, and starts with a 9-yard gain on a
years at Denver. He relied on his feet. If the first receiver, second receiver's not there, he
gains as a starter in college at Auburn and then at Oregon. Second and short to pick up the game's first down on
5'8", 205-pounder doing a really nice job. We know he can catch the ball to the back.
From the midfield strike. Nix to the outside, that's caught, and that's a 7 or 8 yard pickup here for Michael Bandy.
Great. It's been an area that, through some injuries, they've had to protect their corners, not blitz.
Line up here with Prentice as the fullback to lead the way, but getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage is Harvey from no gain.
He was freed up off the edge and got inside there to be able to make that tackle right at the line of scrimmage. First third down of the game.
McLaughlin is now the back on third down. Pass to the outside. Little blocking out in front. And Harvey turns it into a...
You're seeing more and more of that with these guys coming out of college. Good decision by Nix because of the two blockers out in front.
Oregon. This time they give it to McLaughlin. And the number 2 back.
A lot of people want to focus on Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, the running backs. This offensive line seems like the good in pass pro.
That was a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Line up in the pistol. Nix on the run, throws, caught, and a first down.
Athletic ability, and instead of taking a chance downfield to Sutton, he just checks it down. Let his receiver, Denver.
4.5 minutes into the game. Harvey taken down at about... The words Kansas City can only play the role of spoiler has been uttered since 2012.
That's right.
2nd down and 7 to the outside. That pass is caught. Close to a first down. They're going to mark it a little bit.
Boy, Sean Payton just doing a really good job. That time he flexed the tight end Troutman out.
Had to drive. 3rd down 1. To keep it himself. And pick up a 4th first down. Again, getting
54. Good job there by the left guard also. Getting a good push there. Good get off.
2.5 minutes into the drive. Keep it on the ground. Harvey starts to stumble. Cuts to his right, taken down there by
the loss. We got beaten all 3 phases. Let's not make excuses. Let's not talk about what could have been.
11-game winning streak. Snap a little low, no problem for Nix. Cuts to the outside, wide open, making the grab, and then taking
5. Chris Jones in the middle wins that one-on-one matchup on that left side called chest.
3rd and 6. Looking, throwing, too high and incomplete.
Snap, he works outside to be able to get to the flat. That ball goes high. First ball we've seen really get away from Bo Nix, and maybe a miscommunication.
He kicked for Sean Payton, both with the Saints. Now with the Broncos, that kick is good. Let's start with something happy. He loved it. This is Brashard Smith, 7th-round rookie out of SMU, running back the kick and stopped at the squad. So, he played the role of the scout team, quarterback, foul over 9. He had to throw a pass until now. If he gets this away, or he may just decide to keep it, instead
It's kind of that check down, and again, Oladokin, you'll see there's the right foot out of bounds. He from 3-8.
3rd down and 9. Deep drop, under pressure, launching one into no man's land.
Pressure, especially on 3rd down, number 1 in the league because they can get pressure with just 4. Cooper
kicking here, Marvin Mims, good returner. Can he find room? To the left, no. To the right, a little bit. Ball to the 19. Bo Nix rolling, throwing, and the throw is off.
Snap movement. He'll go up to that intermediate level. See in the flat there, he's got Franklin decides to go up and over that corner out in the flat.
Troutman comes into the slot. RPO. He'll keep it. Nowhere to go.
And then using great speed to force him out of bounds. Nixon at first drive.
3rd down and 12. Chased all the way back, running for his life, throws.
And what a play here. Unbelievable effort by Fulton, who ends up, watch this, Bolton, known for his ability against the run, great instincts, gets his hands under it, and makes the interception. Pressure. I mean, they do a great job of forcing him out. This is where Bo Nix can create. Heck of a job there by the receiver working with him, but out of nowhere, Fulton.
Dirty and all the rest when you're out of contention. This drive starts with a run here, a 2-yard pickup for Isaiah Pacheco, second.
When Godric, and on the left side, the fourth left tackle in Poulet. So
pass to the outside. 1 yard. My man Malibu Kelly Hayes, he's got his hands full tonight, trust me.
yeah, I mean, he and I were talking pregame, their exit.
Odedokin, out of the pocket, throws, caught. First down.
Communication to the offensive line. Odedokin gets out of there. What a great job of finding 87. When in doubt, you start to scramble. How about that, Matt?
Final minute of the quarter. Odedokin stepping up. He's going to keep it. Slides to us.
The greatest thing that he did there, he was decisive. He saw that open up. Linebackers dropped. The crowd wants a reaction from Trevor Lawrence.
Very uncharacteristic for that Bronco defense. As Pacheco takes it to the 13, and that.
Remember, the last time they get to this third down, he was able to scramble, try to find Kelsey.
Schuster coming to the outside. Pass is caught. Kelsey, we'll see where they spot it.
They're off of Kelsey to create a more favorable matchup, and then they were able to at least give him a shot.
Ball handed to Kareem Hunt, who's been masterful throughout his career on third.
Of just kind of sealing, pushing down up to the linebacker. Heck of a job by Kelsey. They lined him up in the backfield. Good kick.
Hunt comes back into the backfield, rolling and losing his balance, but had the wherewithal to throw it over.
Don't make a bad play worse. This is an example of that. This could have been really bad. So instead, without a lot of games down.
Second down and goal. Ball handed off on the inside. Pacheco's
3. You mentioned DJ Jones. Usually he's known for a guy that's going to eat up double teams.
Odedokin looking, has time, throws, caught, and can he get to the goal line? He can, and in! In they go, and the Kansas City Chiefs have the lead.
They had their eyes on those tight ends, on those mesh routes in front of them, and Smith able to leak out of the backfield.
Butker now for the point after. And the Kansas City Chiefs, big underdogs. Early, their first flag of the night.
Personal fouls. Defense number 98, offense number 76. Penalties decline, tries good.
Other opportunities.
Exactly. Line, Tyler Bidet, out past the 20, and Bidet with a good run back out to the 35-yard line. Call the timeout for Nix. But it's the other way around. Now Nix, who started 6 for 6, but is now 0 for his last 3, and that is caught.
Background. The way he played high school football, and it's very common with quarterbacks in today's era, the way he played college football at all.
3 minutes into the second quarter. Give it to the up back, and that will be a first down into the hands of Adam Prentice.
Needs to do and how to.
10 or more wins, only the third guy in his first 2 seasons to do it. Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson, the others, and that is dropped. Incomplete, intended there for.
Played at Auburn himself, so he grew up in a house where it was all football. And in victories this year.
A lot of them. Hand off to Harvey. And Harvey taken out of bounds shortly after. And Denver was the opposite. Now Denver the king of the comebacks and one possession wins.
Yeah, Denver 1-6 last.
From the 48-yard line, deep drop, under pressure, throws moving forward, and it is incomplete.
So he steps up, very talented and gifted at throwing the ball on the run, but I feel like tonight in this first.
Rashard Smith, who scored the touchdown for KC, back to receive. He drifts over, makes the grab at the 8-yard line.
Came in together.
I was chasing Super Bowl because I didn't have one. This guy's won 3, he's been to 5. What's he chasing? And in my head, I was thinking, no one, he's a guy from.
Say no. What do you think?
Like I said, I think.
That's dropped here every third down and 10.
I think having.
Maybe if they had beaten Philadelphia and won the Super Bowl, he'd walk away then. Came back this year, And now
I've really respected what he has said when he's been asked about it these last 2 weeks. He's been strong.
a little emotional, more so than he would normally be after the national anthem tonight. Meanwhile, this punt, they're going to let it bounce. There's a flag as it will roll.
Receiving team number 31. 10-yard penalty from the 20-yard line. First down. Timeout.
Doing it all season long. We talked about that. Rolls to his right, throws, caught, short gain here. Cortland Sutton picks up about 4.
Roster and have a roll.
2nd and 6. Gain of a couple here with McLaughlin.
Yeah, I went to their walkthrough this morning, and it was interesting just to see the downs like this.
He can captivate a room. 3rd down and 3. Nick, short drop, throws, and a diving grab is made.
NFL, it being able to come up with first downs on those 3rd down conversions. And they
Off the fake, rolling, looking, under pressure, and just flips that one away.
instinctive reaction by Bolton to pick it off. That led to their
Nix throws, sets up the screen. Harvey, great tackle.
were able to get out in front of Harvey. So instead of having a convoy, he just had some
5.5 to go in the half. Blitz. Nix running, picks up the first down and a. This time they send 4. Pass is caught. It'll be only a short gain there. Troy Franklin.
So the safeties have to stay over top of them to protect them if they're on islands. So he's going to play a little bit more zone.
And is now the back. With a motion here. Sims makes the grab, picks up the first down. Mims steps up. And coming across the line, Jerry Tillery.
Start. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, they're going to say he was.
I didn't see anything.
Hearing from Terry McCauley, the first time tonight. He's ready to launch one. Now he packs it in and runs out.
Got him behind the sticks with that call that went against Denver. Not much down.
2nd and 6. Play clock at 0. Little draw here. McLaughlin
Converting and moving the sticks into positive, moving the ball into positive territory.
10. All right, Scientific American. 3rd down and 2. Here's a run for a first down and more to the 24-yard line.
Right here, just pushes it, nice double team. Backer's already down, so that opens it up. And
For either team. From the 24-yard line. Nix pumps, throws, sliding down.
To hold that flat defender, and then he had to throw that on a line to get that between 27 and 20, who came over top.
40 now. From the 11-yard line, Nix under pressure, throws, tip, incomplete, and almost picked.
And does a good job sitting in the pocket. Just take a little something off that. I mean, that was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Nix has to step up. Keeps his eyes downfield, throws, and that's
The boundary for Bo Nix is I think it came a little bit late. Good job of
3rd and 10. Nix in the pocket, throws, and that is incomplete.
Hey, Fulton, who made a play earlier on the tip, his right hand is in there. You see the clip coming in.
With a field goal, this from 30 yards out, and that one is good. With 19 seconds on the clock.
Your first time making it to the Pro
Comes Brashard Smith, who has the game's only touchdown. Brings it to the 25-yard.
hit for them because he does so many things, but playing well, disrupting the rhythm of Bo Nix. And with that interception, it led to a short field touchdown.
Locker room, as do the Chiefs. 7-6. We go to Kaylee.
Well, Coach, a couple of big red zone stops.
Advantage of that.
How do you assess what Chris Oladokin has done in his first career start?
Yeah, he's done a heck of a job. You know, he's a young kid, man.
He struggled on those passes over 10 yards down the field. Here was one here, just, I don't know, like a caught by the wind. It seemed to take a little left. And this was a nice drive, but when they got down there, it was 3 straight pass plays to his big play receiver, Cortland Sutton. And they
7 moments ago. Kaylee with Sean Payton.
Sean, your team's
Keep it on the ground. Pacheco. You know,
and we talked in that first half a lot about how surprisingly Spags sitting back and playing a lot more zone. We mentioned the reason.
2nd down and 7. Takes it back up, throws, caught, and into Denver territory.
Number 19. This ball just falls out of his hands. You're thinking, uh-oh, just get on it. Nope. He's going to make a play. I mean, he's only thrown the football.
After 4 years on the practice squad here in Kansas City. He's going to go for it all here. A flat
in phase next to the receiver. He's got a lot of respect for Worthy, but watch this. He just kind of gets lost here. He pushes him, then he starts to try to
league. In terms of most penalties, Kansas City has not had a penalty accepted against them tonight. Look out, and they finally get.
They throw it away. It's an RPO. He gets fooled. Good job by Vance Joseph on that defense, giving him a look to confuse him, made him hold the
2nd down and 19. Oladokin throws and behind the intended receiver.
Protege and his good friend, Oladokin. Now they get behind.
19.
5-man rushing, one-on-ones.
Here they come. Pass caught. And that's going to
the beauty when you have a bunch of guys that get after the quarterback. You can sit back and play zone. So they
snap good. Kick is long enough and good. Inside the left up. Marvin Mims back to receive the kick. The day out past the 20. Then gets taken out of bounds into the bench at about, and from way back often. Start on the ground. Tackle not made, breaking it, picking up.
Right up at the top at 42% with the game tonight, and then the Chargers game you mentioned now.
You get the bye, and then 2 home games would get into the Super Bowl. Pass caught here. Sutton picks up the 1st down of the
pressure there by Tranquil, but I think the feel of Bo Nix, just seeing it's a little simple, little stick route, just sit down in this open.
1st down from the 39. Nice run here. Pick up a close.
More zone than maybe Sean Payton expected. So he said, very candid. He said, "Hey, we
time in over a quarter century." No gain here. R.J. Harvey. You know, Kirk, you think about
to really grow and what he could be as not just a Cincinnati quarterback, but one of the top quarterbacks in the field.
Nix fires, caught over the middle. That gets them into Kansas City.
Turkers to get concerned. And Bo Nix does a nice job of sitting in that pocket. Let those defenders get occupied with those that
clap with 3 seconds. Moves the head, throws, juggled, caught, 1st down.
Offensive number 1. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down. Correct.
Left arm. I mean, it didn't seem like he came through, followed through, and pushed that hard.
1st down and 20 now. Nix fires and a catch by.
This safety's going to have to try to come over to try to be able to create a tight window there. He's a little bit late in coming.
Over 1,000 yards now is Sutton with that catch and run. Harvey taken down. Great ankle tackle.
Block. He needs to sustain that. He whiffs, misses it, and again, Williams, a willing participant, and runs.
Nix throwing, caught. Harvey breaking a tackle, cuts to the outside.
After the catch, you got to make Connor like this, make him miss, pick up more yards. Took care of Chris Jones and
to the outside. Catch juggled, caught, forward progress, will get.
Gets out accurately right before he gets hit, and Franklin holds on to that.
These other 2 long drives resulted in just a couple of field goals on 1st down. 4-yard gain.
How about this drive? Overcame a 1st and 20, overcame a 2nd and 15 on this drive alone.
2nd down, 7. Rolling, eyes downfield, flag thrown.
For a receiver to open, and eventually just took as many yards as he could get. If he would have
fight with nothing at stake for them. 3rd and 5. Nix pressured, throws, and that will be.
So if he gets hit, he runs that to the 5. Look at the ball brings him all the way back.
Yep.
All the way back to the 10. He had a 1st down.
Denver. It's 30-second timeout.
Payton may. Looks like his knee was down just shy of the marker.
Until he gets touched there.
Meanwhile, Denver had a tip from him.
He has too much ability to slip and get an edge. And
Nix keeps it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Snap gets a really good look at that, and instead of trying to fight that force with force, he just went around.
Nix gonna run it, and he's gonna run it into the end zone.
And your football team over. How do you
Out of that all season long? Extra point by Lutz is good. So the Broncos gained a total of 81 yards tonight. And you got a whistle before the snap because that was Nick Benito.
Yeah, 3 yards a play. So what does that tell you? You got a third-string quarterback. You got a fourth-string left tackle, third-string right tackle.
Designed a game plan for what it's worth. Not the greatest game plan we've ever seen, but it's kept him in the
quarterback Oladokin behind the sticks and then create the pressure. Think about
Oladokin throws to the outside, caught. So the tackle is made as the catch is made. To Kansas City on the Kansas side in Wyandotte. Talk a little bit. Will bounce in for the first time since early in the game. Start this drive. To the outside goes this pass. 7-yard gain here from Marvel.
Took 8 minutes off the clock. 16-play drive for a field goal. Another 8 minutes. And a last 14-play drive for the touchdown.
Brian Greasy, right? There you go. The year after Elway retired.
Nailed it.
Passes in. Yeah, Elway retired. Mike Shanahan won the 230. Nix throws, and that's good enough for the first.
Intentionally gets behind him, tries to keep that safety a little bit off balance on which way he may go, in or out. But a good job of brought up that they've had those 3 drives already, 14 plays or longer. I'm sure Sean Benson. It's Spags' plan. We'll see if that changes, by the way, as time is running down now in the fourth quarter.
Maybe a little bit more than a penny. 2nd and 7. To the right side. And a gain of only 251 yards for Denver. 79. Not that Spagnuolo needs to have his resume burnished. And Troutman comes in and says, what's that call? 3rd and 4. Nix under pressure, and he's going to be sacked back at the 31-yard line.
He's left, he's right. This time he against Mike McGlinchey. Bull rush just pushes him back in to Bo Nix.
Good run back, Smith down the sideline. Bashard Smith to the 44.
And hopes to be back by the beginning of next season. Meanwhile, under pressure, avoiding the sack. Oladokin throws, caught!
That's a scramble, which is a strength of his. I thought he might go down there. How about the vision downfield to be able to make that throw for a
field goal range right now? 10 minutes to play.
Chiefs no playoffs for the first time in forever. Crowd is
2012 pre-Andy Reid. Keep it on the ground. Gain of 1 or so. Kareem Hunt, who led the league
game. Their opportunities have come again from an interception by Bolton, which gave him
2nd and 9. Extra pressure. Batted away.
He's so sudden. He's so quick. And this time just does a good job of just getting his arms up. He's not...
3rd down and 9. That pass is caught. Any room to roam? Not much. To the 29-yard.
A disaster ended up being positive.
For the tie. And the kick. Hooks in good.
It's structured. Had time to throw. You see he's had a pretty good night. Not a lot of things downfield, but 20-27, 152 yards with a 57%.
The founder of the American Football League, Broncos. The 35-yard line, they start this drive here with Nix. Throwing, caught. This will be about a 7-yard game. Again, he made the trade for George Foster.
Enough said.
Couple of World Series. A little shy of the first down here is Harvey.
Yeah, Orange Crush. Played the Cowboys that year.
Right.
73.
Roger Staubach. Drew Hill.
Can they get that yard? Harvey. He can. Breaking through would-be tacklers.
Good job. Nice little brinkle there. Break that tendency. Go the other way. Catch Kansas City maybe napping on that batter.
Won most of them. Pass is incomplete along the sideline. Sutton is
The expectation of the football to be thrown. He had his head turned, anticipating that ball to be able to come. Got his hand up to destroy.
Nix, 22 of 33, throws incomplete, too high, too tall.
But he has decided to make Denver be patient, make Bo Nix play from the pocket.
Extra man comes. Nix fires wide open, making the grab. First down.
To try to take the tight end, and there's nobody left in the middle to take away that
73.
interior throw to Humphrey.
73.
5 minutes to the end of regulation. Plowing ahead. So Nick, heart and soul of that defense on one knee. We're back. Harvey, first down. You use that
With their third-string quarterback out there, it's imperative that they hold Sean Payton, and this Denver offense.
a moment. His career is going to end tonight at Arrowhead, or at least. Remember, they had to take one earlier when they thought about challenging a spot, so they're down to 1.
He's frustrated there because of misses. This year, 10-2. So that when you win that many games for Denver, there's a belief.
To the outside, catch is made, tackle is also made. Very quickly, got it to Mims.
He saw the formation, he anticipated a quick throw coming, and he knew his job was to key.
Clock ticking down to 3. Nix escapes, signals, keeps it, and then
Down, but done a heck of a job just to keep him away from getting close to that first.
milking the clock on this. Another long drive.
Bolton really represent the Chiefs' effort tonight. Goes out with an injury, limps off the field, comes. Oladokin is the quarterback.
Meanwhile, now you got Harvey lined up in the backfield, and now you got.
They got him to.
Wilson, first down.
Chris Jones, of all people, that is the first penalty against the Chiefs.
The guy that makes the plays, Chris Jones on that front line, just got
conventional back. Give it to him, and takes it to the 1 yard line. It almost behooves Jones crossing the line, giving them a first down. Now you got a 2nd and goal. Like I said,
73 reports eligible. 73.
once again, Crum 73 on the outside.
giving Kansas City the ball back with.
And moving ahead is Adam Prentice, and he is stop shy. So that can
Top and still be able to create that wall with the rest of that defensive line. Linebackers keep him short. Up his personnel groupings, gets out of that jumbo look.
of this drive. Nix is rolling. Nix will throw, and it's caught for the touchdown.
By R.J. Harvey. We mentioned the running back has wide receiver action. Boom, just moves just enough. Lets the safety Cook go.
Game. He does. So now, of all things, you're right. Now Kansas City